Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and just to be on the safe side as ever, hello, it's Lynn here from the Learn English Network for the last live chat recording of this year. So 2014 draws to a close. I'm already looking forward to 2015, but guys, I need a break. So this will be the last recording. Doesn't mean you can't chat, it just means I won't be recording the corrections until I come back in 2015 when it will start afresh. So think of this as a time and a chance for you to write freely without fear of correction. Anyhow, let's kick off. And we kick off the session today with a fuffer, is that right? Or a feffer? Or a feffer? I don't know. Saying, hello, my teacher, how can I chat with you? Could you tell me, please? So, hello is H-E-L-L-O. Don't forget that little capital H. And then after teacher, full stop. Then a capital H for how can I, capital I, chat with you? And the question mark was fine. Then could you tell me, please? Capital C. New sentence, new question, capital letter, first letter. Zeb kindly replied and said, have a look at the calendar. Calendar. It tells you when Lynn runs events. Indeed it does. Not just Lynn, but Aladdin and April and Amatsu. But you need to check the calendar, okay? And Afafa said, okay, thank you so much. Afafa, okay, capital O, capital K, or write it in full, capital O-K-A-Y. And don't forget your full stop at the end, okay? Then Siddharthan said, hello, please send me your Skype account name for me to add. I don't know who you were asking that of, Siddharthan, but I don't add people unless they are members of the Learn English Network forum. It's only to keep the groups that we have sort of purely for English learners and people who want to help people with English, okay? So you'll need to join the forum. So then Siddharthan also said, hello teacher, please give me your Skype name. And Zeb said, hi Siddharthan, would you really write down your Skype ID on an open space like this one if you were a teacher? No. So on an open space, remember an and then O, an and a vowel or a vowel sound, and then a comma after one if you were a teacher. So the answer to that is no. Siddharthan obviously didn't agree because he put his Skype ID. Anyhow, Zeb said, the menu under chat Skype is one of the tracks to follow for your quest. This is my quest, to follow that chat. So, yes, Siddharthan, we do run sessions. We do run them on Skype and Google Plus and in Second Life and in Kitely OpenSim and also on Join Me, plus discuss. But you do need to follow the instructions. Okay, think of it as a little game. So Madonna Mitri came along and said, hi everyone, my name is Madonna Mitri. I am from Egypt. Help me to improve my English. Add me. Okay, and gave a Facebook contact. So we are on Facebook, I said. So I said, hi Madonna, we are on Facebook, but we tend not to chat there much. We do share some funny cartoons though. So again, I won't give the correction because there was no response to that. Couple of hellos. Then Kat came along and said, hello, my name is Carlos. I'm from Argentina. I want to improve my English. Okay, you were doing really well up till that point, Carlos. I want to improve my English, full stop, okay? I said, hi, Kak. Kak said, hello, teacher. I try to read and to write, but my English is basic. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. And that was a pretty good sentence. Full of correct capitalisation and punctuation. What more could anybody ask? So, Zeb said, keep reading and writing in English, add speaking, listening and interacting. And now the most important ingredient, have fun doing it. Exactly. Thank you, said Carlos. Kak. I don't know. You might want to rethink your nickname, actually, because Kak is, it can be, look in the Urban Dictionary, okay? A few hi there's from Enrique. Hi there, I'm from Mex. Now I presume, Enrique, you mean Mexico. That would be Mexico. Then don't forget your full stop. And I am an English teacher, Don't forget your full stop, English teacher. And Zeb said, hello, Enrique. Do you help children, teenagers or adults to learn English? And Enrique said, though my English is not as good as that of a native English speaker. Okay. So I think you meant I am an English teacher, comma, although my English is not as good as that of a native English speaker, all on one line and then a full stop. Have you ever received negative feedback because you don't sound like a native? Asked Zeb. I replied, you never know, it might be better than some. Don't get caught in the native speaker trap. Just aim to improve a little every day. Simonide said, hi there people. Is there anybody who wants to talk in English by Skype to improve your skills? My English level is intermediate. I think so. Feel free to talk with me about anything. Greetings. Okay, and then you need just a full stop after anything there, but it was pretty good. Simonide said, Zeb said, hi Simonides, I don't use Skype but I like text chatting on this webpage. About my level of English, I can say that I still make beginner mistakes, but I also surprise people with my English expression at times. I think even native speakers make beginner mistakes. I had a little discussion on Google Plus about there, and there, and somebody said, I don't think learners make mistakes with these 3 words, and I said, native speakers make mistakes with those 3 words, and funnily enough, as I was correcting posts in the lessons, somebody wrote THEY apostrophe RE instead of THERE, so I rest my case, okay? Enrique said, perfectly, anyone there? And I said, here or there, Enrique? Because earlier he said, is anyone here? So... Anyhow, then Cecilia came along and said, hi, my name is Cecilia. I'm from Jalisco, Mexico. I've been studying English for 10 years, but it's not easy. Nobody said it was going to be easy. I think there's a song about that. So, hi, that's fine. Then capital M. My name is Cecilia, capital C, full stop. I'm, not im. So capital I apostrophe M, short for I am, from Jalisco. And you've got a comma, then you need a space after the comma, Mexico. Full stop. That's capital I, apostrophe V-E. What you've written there is a comma. We don't use a comma, we use an apostrophe, which is the one that goes at the top, okay? I've been studying English for 10 years, comma, space, but it's not easy, full stop. Well done. Hi, Cecilia, said Zeb. In your profile, you wanted to say self-made woman, didn't you? And Alberto said, where in Jalisco? Where did you study? Okay. Zeb said to Alberto, may it happen that you live in Jalisco too, Alberto? So, we wouldn't say may it happen, okay? Might it be? I think that's what you wanted to say. Might it be that you live in Jalisco too, Alberto? Alberto said, not now. I'm studying in the US. Are you from Jalisco or where? No, said Zeb. I live in France. In many US states, people are Spanish-English bilingual. Do you use more your Spanish or English there? Okay, do you use your Spanish or English there? Or which do you use the most? Spanish or English is what I'd say. I replied to Cecilia's problem about it's not easy as it's easy if you don't study it, Cecilia. Remember, English isn't a bug. You can't put it under a microscope. It won't always behave in the same predictable way as, say, physics or mathematics. It is a variable little beast that you have to sort of just accept it's going to wriggle around a lot, okay? You can't, if you pin it down like a butterfly, it's dead, okay? So don't pin it down, let it wriggle and squiggle, get used to its little idiosyncrasies, have fun with it, tickle it a bit. Sorry, I'm feeling silly. Okay, let's carry on. Jafar said, hello, how can I find people that they are online and want to have English conversation? Okay, how can I find people who are online and want to converse or want to talk with me in English? Hi, Jafar, said Zeb. There is not such feature on Discuss. Okay, there is no such feature on Discuss. Many conversations are not carried out instantly. Answers and reactions pop up along the day here. Okay, not along the day, but through the day. Yeah, answers and reactions pop up through the day here. Where is the chat? Asked Paulo. If you reply to any messages, said Zeb, already here, doesn't it make it a chat? And Neha just smiled. Paulo then said, hi, my nickname is Michelle, EM from Italy. So, hi, it's fine. My name is Michelle, capital M for Michelle, and then full stop. I'm, capital I apostrophe M, from Italy, capital I, name of a country. And no need to go exclamation mark. I'm from Italy! Woo! That's not that exciting. I mean, Italy's lovely, don't get me wrong, but it's just one country amongst many. Use your use your exclamation marks to good effect, and that way when you do use one, people will take notice and, oh, what was that? Why was that exciting? So I said, hi Michelle, why did you choose Polo for a nickname? And Zeb said, hi Polo. So then somebody came along who went guest, so that will be written out. Okay, it must be somebody called Corn Dog. Okay, let's read this out. So Corn Dog came along and said, him a person and him in English Foundation Australia effer. Not sure what that went. So, hi, capital H, comma, I'm, capital I apostrophe M, and in Australia, studying an English Foundation course. I would say that rather than I'm a person. I mean, okay, you might be a bot, but there's no need to say, hello, I'm a person. We've not actually found any aliens yet, so you don't need to distinguish yourself as a human being yet, okay? So, Zachariah said, can you tell us more about Australia? I wish I can go there. Okay, Zachariah, start your sentences always with a capital letter. So, capital C, can you tell us more about Australia? Question mark, okay? Then I, capital I, wish I, capital I, could go there, okay? I hope I can go there. That means it's maybe possible. I wish I could go there indicates it's not possible, okay? I said, I'm very glad to hear you are a person. And Zeb said, hi, corn dog. A person, are you sure? Not a cat or a corn dog? Then Simonides came along and said, hey, corn dog, as a dish, is similar to pastekik or pashteshik, a yeast cake with meat inside. It's very popular in my city. Such a digression. Hey, digressing is fine in conversations. That's how conversations flow. People start a topic and then it digresses into different topics, and sometimes it flows back and goes forward and it wriggles around and squiggles like a little worm. Okay. Corn dog as a dish is similar to pashteshik, a yeast cake with meat inside, and I put that in brackets rather than using a dash. It's very popular in my city, full stop. Sorry for digressing. And then Zeb said, corn dog is a hot dog on a stick fried in batter, isn't it? Oh, blimey. Isn't, ISN apostrophe T. In Australia, they call it dagwood dog. I've never dared trying it so far. Okay, I've never dared to try it so far. You can put a comma after the it. Are you hungry, Simonides? I said. Simonides said, rather yes. I'm sitting in cold office in pest control company and all I've got here is rat poison, but it's not so tasty. So yes, greetings from Poland. Oh, bless. I'm sitting in a cold office, comma, in a pest control company, comma, and all I've got here is rat poison, comma, but it's not very tasty, full stop. Just one full stop. So yes, comma, greetings from Poland, full stop. Why is the office cold? Asked Seb. Simonides didn't want to tell us. Michelle said, hello, I want to learn English. Me too, said Zeb. I don't want to be taught English, only keep learning it. There is a difference. Michelle, try to avoid saying wanna. I wanna, it makes you sound like one of the Spice Girls, okay? So want to, W-A-N-T, space T-O, English with a capital E. So we've got a couple of highs and no replies. Okay, some people replied to this one. Stephen said, hello everybody, is there a person who have taken an IELTS exam? Okay, is there anyone who has, person singular, so not have, they have, you have, he, she, it has. Is there anyone here who has taken the IELTS exam? And then after exam, the M, straight after comes the question mark, no space. Bavia said, hi Stephen, I will be taking the exam very shortly. You planning for higher studies? Okay. Hi Stephen, comma, I will be taking the exam very shortly, full stop, not ... Are you planning to go on to higher studies, maybe? Or are you taking it for higher studies? Zeb said, yes, I took it a few years ago, Stephen. And Rajiv said, hi, Stephen. Rajiv, full stop after Stephen. Okay, I've never taken it, but then I suppose my O-level in English language and English literature GCSE would count. I don't know. It's not very high, is it? I've got, however, a teaching qualification, so I suppose that counts. Anyhow, let's see. Oh, long scroll up. Here comes a long conversation. So Rajiv said, "Hi, this is Rajiv here. I want to talk someone English." Okay. So hi is fine. This is Rajiv here, full stop. I, capital I, want to talk to someone in English, capital E, full stop. Hello, said Zachariah. Hi, Zachariah, said Rajiv. Rajiv, Zachariah with a capital Z is his name, full stop after Zachariah. How is doing? So, not how is doing, how are you doing? Question mark. How are you doing? Zachariah said, hi, well, fine, thank you. Where are you from? So, hi, capital H. Fine, thank you. Well, fine. It's what you might say, but you wouldn't write it, okay? So, fine, thank you. Full stop. Where, capital W, are you from? And then the question mark straight after the M. Welcome, and I'm in UAE, Dubai, but I am from Nepal. Okay, welcome. That's all one word. WELCOME, full stop. Well, not wheel. Wheel is short for we will. So, well, WELL. And now I am in the UAE. We always say the United Arab Emirates, okay, because of that plural, I guess. It's like the United Kingdom and the United States of America. Dubai, comma, straight after the I from Dubai, but I'm from Nepal, and that's just one L after Nepal and a full stop. Zeb said, have you been impressed by Dubai? The modern building and facilities, food coming from all over the world. Other? All over. O-V-E-R. And Rajiv said, yeah, of course. Impressed not for building, but here's facilities and palace of visit. That's it. Okay. Yes, capital Y-E-S, of course. Full stop. I am impressed, but not just for not biddling buildings, buildings, comma, but the facilities and places to visit. That's it, THAT apostrophe S, full stop. A palace, what palace? Asked Zeb. Was it the home of an emir, a luxurious hotel, or what? And Zachariah said, thanks, excuse my poor culture. I've heard of Nepal, but I didn't know where it exists until now. I googled it. I'm from Morocco, and I am now in Morocco. Do you know anything about Morocco? So, Zachariah, very good, well written. If you'd been saying it, it would have been perfect. But as you were writing it, you've got a couple of little problems here. Excuse my poor cultural knowledge, I'd say. My poor culture would mean your culture is poor, but cultural knowledge would imply that you weren't quite sure. In fact, I wouldn't say cultural knowledge, I'd say geographical knowledge. And don't worry, Zachariah, I am geographically challenged too. So, excuse my poor geographical knowledge. I've, with a capital I, heard of Nepal, but I, capital I, didn't know where it existed until now. And then in brackets, I, capital I, Googled, capital G, it. Actually, maybe Googled isn't with a capital G. No, I'll let you off that one. And then full stop. I, capital I, I'm from Morocco, and I, capital I, am now in Morocco, full stop. Capital D for do you know anything about Morocco? And then your question mark straight after the O in Morocco. Zeb said, I've been to Casablanca once. I loved it that at the end of my workday, people invited me to get around their city, have a drink or a meal at their place. It was much better than going back to the hotel or strolling the city alone as it would happen in France. Okay, I loved it that at the end of my workday, comma, people, or maybe colleagues, did you mean colleagues or just random people on the street? I'd say colleagues invited me to get around their city, to look around their city, have a drink or a meal at their place, and have a drink or meal at their place. It was much better than going back to the hotel, comma, or strolling the city alone, comma, as would happen in France. There's no need for an it, okay? Zachariah said, I'm very glad that you liked it, Seb. Yes, Moroccan people are very hospitable and believe if someone invited you to his place around his own family, that only means you are a very respectful man. I wish you could visit Marrakesh, Rabat and Tetouan and many, many other cities. Welcome any time. Okay, so I'm very glad you liked it, Seb. Then full stop. Yes, capital Y, comma, Moroccan people are very hospitable, and I think that if someone invited you back to his place with his own family, it means you are a very respectful person. Full stop. I hope you will be able to visit Marrakesh, Rabat and Tetouan and many, many other cities. Full stop. You're welcome anytime. And any time would be 2 words. Thank you, Zachariah, said Seb. North Africa is easy to reach from France, so I'll probably get other opportunities to explore Morocco and its neighbouring countries. Being a woman, I would prefer not travelling solo in this part of the world, but maybe I'm wrong here. Do you like travelling? Okay, I'd say being a woman, I would prefer not to travel solo in this part of the world. Okay, Rajiv said, welcome, my friend, and no need to say thanks. It's my pleasure to say about my country. Okay, welcome, 1 word, W-E-L-C-O-M-E. So I'd say, welcome, my friend, comma, there's no need to say thanks, comma, it's my pleasure to tell you about my country. Full stop. Then Rajiv went on to say, another thing is I heard about the Morocco, but to be frank, I don't know too much about the Morocco. I want to know about it. Would you please tell me about your country? So, I'd say I have heard about Morocco, comma, but to be frank, I don't know much about it. I would like to know more about it. Could you please tell me about your country? Okay, and then put thukasunk. I'm not even sure. So thanks. I know THX is short for thanks, but you don't need the unk afterwards. Try pronouncing that. Thukasunk. I would just write thanks, Thanks, just to be on the safe side. Okay. Then Zeb said, hi, Rajiv. And Rajiv said, hi, Zeb, how are you? Don't forget your question mark, Rajiv. And don't forget, Zeb is a name, so capital X. I think I'll turn in soon, said Zeb. I'm already feeling sleepy. Okay, but see you soon, said Rajiv. Okay, so capital O, capital K, or capital O-K-A-Y. See you soon, Y-O-U, full stop. I'm often around. See you, said Zeb. And Rajiv said, thanks a lot. So, again, Rajiv, Thanks, and then a lot is A space L-O-T, full stop, okay? There's no such word as A-L-O-T. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Okay, well done. Nice conversation, anyway. She says, trying to fill in the time as she scrolls up, and away. So, quite a long one again. Anyhow, Zachariah came in and said, hi, this is my first week trying to follow as hard as I can the calendar and don't miss anything, but for the sessions at 8 a.m, which are 7 a.m. in Morocco, oh my God, I just can't. So, Zachariah, hi, this is my first week of trying to follow the calendar. I'm doing the best I can, full stop. I'm trying not to miss anything, comma, but for the sessions at 8 a.m, and then in brackets is fine, but which, W-H-I-C-H, are at 7 a.m. Moroccan time, comma, oh my God, I just, capital I, can't. Anyhow, Zeb then said, lol, I'm with you, even though I rather get up early. Okay, I'm with you, comma, even though I get up rather early. What time would you wake up if you had no alarm clock? Asked Zeb. And Zachariah said, tomorrow, inshallah, I'll seriously try to wake up early. See you in Skype. I say, tomorrow with a capital T. Inshallah, remember, we don't really say that in English unless you are a Muslim. So it's best to maybe say, God willing, maybe. It's fine. Most people, well, no, I don't know if I say most people. I know what it means. I'm not sure I pronounced it correctly, but I do know what it means. But there's a lot of people out there who still don't, okay? But anyhow, I'd say God willing. I'll, capital I, seriously try to wake up early, and then full stop, C, capital S, U, Y-O-U, in Skype with a capital S, because it's the name of the company programme, full stop. Monday, 7:55 CET, are you ready to join? Asked Zeb. I'm in the session, yay, said Zachariah. So don't forget, capital I am in the session, and then maybe full stop, then yay, and that's usually written capital Y-A-Y, okay? And that's where you could put an exclamation mark, because that is something to be excited about. Getting into a session, wow. Well done. Well done, said Zeb. Hope you enjoyed it. And Zachariah said, good news, I could read at the end. Yeah, sometimes it gets a bit manic, but we try to make sure everybody gets to read at least once, okay? Good news, capital G, and then comma, I, capital I, was able to read at the end, full stop. Anyhow, then Zachariah said, nope, I didn't. I'm having a connection prob. They couldn't hear my reading. Unfortunately, that also happens. So always when you join a session, do a few sort of preliminary, I know you were up early, but try to get up even earlier. Do a few preliminary checks of your microphone settings, and you can check in Skype using the Skype tools as well. Anyhow, so NOP isn't a word, nope. N-O-P-E, slang for no, okay? I don't know why. Slang is normally shorter than the original word, but nope is actually longer than no. Capital I didn't, full stop. I'm, capital I, having a connection problem, P-R-O-B-L-E-M, comma, and they couldn't hear, H-E-A-R, my reading, full stop. What was the reading about? Asked Zeb. I have my answer, Zachariah. I heard it in the live chat recording. You all read Christmas is with a T in the middle, C-H-R-I-S-T-M-A-S stories. I'll ask for a Santa's hat next Thursday in Kitely. Did you? I can't remember. Zachariah said, without an alarm clock in holidays, 11 a.m. when I have school at 8 a.m. with an alarm clock. Oh, this is about what time would you get up without an alarm clock? Okay, let me read that. Without an alarm clock in holidays, 11 a.m. when I have school at 8 a.m. with an alarm clock, and because I'm renting a house near the school, usually I wake up at 7:45 a.m. So, capital W, without an alarm clock, comma, in the holidays, comma, 11 a.m. Full stop. When, capital W, capital I, have school at 8 a.m. with an alarm clock, comma, and because I'm, capital I, renting a house near the school, comma, usually, capital I, wake up at 7:45 a.m, full stop. Zeb said, my classmates living within a stone's throw of school were always late or just on the ringing of the bell. Do you often run late for school? I think that's the case of being sort of close to where you live, work, and go to school, study, whatever. You get a little complacent. Okay, I'd say there, Zeb, my classmates, comma, who lived within a stone's throw of school, comma, were always late or just are just on the ringing of the bell. Yeah, that's fine. Zachariah said, I do. And we have a teacher that when he closed the door, don't even try to make excuses. What about you? That sounds like me in the room on a Monday. I just go busy and then I don't let anybody in, like a mean old teacher. So, capital I, Zachariah, do just one O, comma. And we have a teacher who, when he closes the door, doesn't, comma, don't even try to make excuses, full stop. Then capital W, what about you? And the question mark goes straight after the you and you, okay? Have you, capital H, Y-O-U, ever had a funny experience with this problem? Question mark straight after the M, no spaces. The closest distance I have ever been to school was 2 kilometres, said Zeb. I don't remember arriving late, but going to school without my school bag, it happened regularly. I used to do that with my PE kit. I was so, and quite often with certain books, especially books that were meant to contain my homework. Shame we didn't have a dog. Zachariah said, that's ooky. I guess I do it a lot. I always take a blue pen and a notebook in my hand, except when I need my computer for modelling class or programming. So, Zachariah, capital T, that's okay, O-K-A-Y, comma, I guess, capital I do it a lot, full stop. I, capital I, always take a blue pen and a notebook in my hand, comma, except when I, capital I, need my computer for modelling class or programming, full stop. I did some computer programming, but I've never heard of computer modelling. What is it? Asked Seb. Zachariah said, when you need to build something, let's say a car, you need to do the modelling first. I mean, do 3D design with all details. So to do tests, we use CATIA. Here's an example, blah, blah. So capital W, when you need to build something, S-O-M-E-T-H-I-N-G, comma, let's say a car, comma, you need to do the modelling first, full stop. I mean, capital I, do the 3D design with all details and carry out tests, full stop. We, capital W, use CATIA. comma, here's an example, and then there's a nice link to the YouTube. Does it mean you'll work into innovation in the future? Okay. Does it mean you'll work in innovation in the future? Zachariah didn't answer, but said, tell me about you. Where do you study? What do you study? So, Zachariah, tell me with a capital T about yourself, full stop. Capital W, where do you study? Question mark. And capital W, what do you study? Question mark. School is game over for me, said Zeb. I see, said Zachariah. And then Zachariah said, innovation in the future, I think. This answers this question. Yes, it does. We're now having some projects with my comrades, and before starting building the prototype, we need Katya for the design, so to turn the idea to something clear and conceptual. Okay. Capital Y, yes, it does. Full stop. We are now, I'd say capital W, we are now doing some projects, or I'm now doing some projects with my classmates rather than comrades. Comrades is more sort of army, comrades in arms, yeah, brothers in arms and all that. So I'd say classmates, comma, and before starting to build the prototype, we need Katya for the design, so that we can turn the idea into something clear, with a clear concept. Conceptual, no. Is it a car, said Zeb. Then maybe it's a soapbox. It's indeed a car, said Zachariah, but an ecological one for the competition that'll be in Germany in 2015, the Eco Shell Marathon. Ooh, well done, Zachariah. I hope you do well. So, it is, not it's indeed, because you need that is in full to show that you're really stressing with indeed. It's indeed, there's no stress. It is indeed a car, comma. But an ecological one for the competition that'll be held in Germany in 2015, and then you can put in a colon, Eco Shell Marathon. Sounds great, said Zeb. How many are you on this project? Okay. How many of you are working on this project, I would say? About 15, said Zachariah. What's your role in the team? Asked Zeb. Are you the project leader? Zachariah said, no, I'm not trying to do the I am not. Okay. So, no, I'm not. Then a full stop. You can see why, because I got very confused about what you were trying to say. Then capital I, I'm trying to do the dimensional stuff. Stuff is uncountable. It's never plural. With calcul and designing it in Katya. Okay. The dimensional stuff, comma, with, I think you mean calculus, comma, and designing, D-E-S-I-G-N-I-N-G, it in Katya. I'm in the mechanical group, or I'm in the mechanics group, I'd say. Excellent, said Zeb. What kind of engine the mechanical team is designing? Okay. What kind of engine is the mechanical team designing? A combustion engine, answered Zachariah. Really? Asked Zeb. I had in mind that the project could be kind of ecological stuff, say with a solar or electrical engine. It's quite the trend nowadays. Yes, but the problem is I think it's also the trend in Tesla's already done it. So if they're trying to do something that's sort of unique, I guess it's already been done. Fancy, by the way, but if by mentioning Tesla would like to send me one of their cars, please do. Business ethics be damned. I'm quite happy to accept one of your lovely looking cars. Sorry, I was watching, I think it was BBC Click, and I was like, oh, that's nice. Anyhow, Zachariah went on to say, for pronunciation, I learned the words inaccessible, exhaustion, railroad, comparable, awakened, hurled, knocked, and replied. Hey, I think you're talking about the session. That's great, Zachariah. Thank you for... It's nice to have somebody posting about the session. It's great. So, but capital F. Okay, for pronunciation, or I'd say regarding pronunciation, and don't forget I is always a capital, okay? For today's hangout, it was very, very interesting. So a comma after the first very. We talked about branding. We saw a video where they talked about how some manufacturers take advantage of well-known products and come with a very similar one in shape, colour, and sometimes with more quality and less price, which is beneficial for customers but a nightmare for the original manufacturer. Also, there was a marketing consultant who shared a lot of good points about the subject. I wish I had the link to share with you guys. I will ask Lynn for it. So if this subject interests you, let's talk about it some more. Okay. So for today's hangout, comma, it was very... Oh, and in fact, I wouldn't say for today's hangout. In today's Hangout, comma, it was very, very interesting, comma, we talked about branding, and then I put a full stop there. We watched, capital W for we, watched a video where they talked about how some manufacturers, okay, manufactures is the verb, manufacturer is the noun. So you need manufacturers, manufacturers, okay? Take advantage of well-known products and come up with very similar ones in shape, colour, and sometimes even better quality for a lower price. Okay, comma, which, 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 is beneficial for the customers, but a nightmare for the original manufacturer. Full stop. Also, capital A, there was a marketing consultant who shared a lot of good points about the subject. Full stop. I, capital I, wish I, capital I, had the link to share with you guys. Full stop. I, capital I, will ask Lynn for it, comma, so if this subject interests you, let's talk about it some more, full stop. And I said, I do try to remember this to share the link, session links, etc. on the LEN forum. Zachariah said, yes, I've just found out that. You're doing a great job, Sensei. Which made me howl with laughter, I have to say. So, capital Y, yes, comma, I, capital I, just found that out, full stop. I'd put a capital H there. You're doing a great job, Sensei. Naruto, said Zeb. Sensei is not going to teach you Japanese. By the way, are you learning it too? Zachariah said, Sensei is going to teach us a new ninjutsu. Are you interested? Y-O-U, capital. Okay. I can't even say this with a straight face. Then the question mark straight after the D and interested. Then Nanda Japanese. No, I'm not. Although I want a Japanese wife, but I think English will be enough. Okay. So, Nanda Japanese, I presume, I have no idea what that means, but I put a capital N there anyway because it's the beginning of a sentence. Capital N, no, comma, I'm, capital I, not, comma, although, and that's ALTHOUGH. I want, capital I, a Japanese wife, comma, but I, capital I, think English will be enough. What time is the ninjutsu session? Asked Zeb. Maybe I just have to open and read one of the Naruto manga. Will you live in Japan with your Japanese wife? Zachariah said, no, I won't. She'll have to come with me to Morocco. Unfair. Potassium. Okay. This is the problem with in-jokes. Not everybody will understand what you meant by potassium, but I know what you meant. So, no, capital N, comma, I, capital I won't, comma, she'll have to come with me to Morocco, full stop. Unfair, capital U, N-F-A-I-R. Potassium would be K, which is the chemical symbol for potassium and short for OK. Okay. Anybody wondering what potassium had to do with it? And regarding the new ninjutsu series of ninjutsu sessions I'm meant to be running, it's when Sensei decide. Okay, it's capital I, when Sensei decides. He, she, it decides. Okay, full stop. You should, it's my favourite manga story ever, and guess what it ended? Okay. You should, and I'd say read Naruto. Okay. Capital Y-O-U. You should read Naruto, comma, it's my favourite, and that's F-A-V-O-U-R-I-T-E, or F-A-V-O-R-I-T-E, favourite if you're American English, manga story ever, comma, and guess what, comma, it ended, full stop. Zeb said, think that I heard that Naruto ended in Japan, but all the manga haven't reached Europe yet. Okay, I think that I heard Naruto had ended in Japan, but not all manga has reached Europe yet. You should still have 1 year of your favourite reading. Am I wrong? By the way, do you read them or watch the video series? Zachariah said, I don't understand. What do you mean haven't reached Europe? Is it illegal to read it online in Europe, or just do you prefer reading from books? I read them here. Okay, which is a link to Manga Panda. I'm going to read that out because I like saying Manga Panda. Okay, what do you mean haven't reached Europe? Question mark straight after the E in Europe, Zachariah. Then capital I, is it illegal to read it online in Europe, comma, or do you just prefer reading from books? Question mark. I read them here, blah, blah. Zeb then said, I thought that when there is a new manga published in Japan, you have to wait about a year to have it translated and available in Europe. I didn't know that, answered Zachariah. Capital I didn't know that, and then full stop. Let's see. Okay, I didn't know that, capital I, comma, that's fine, because BECAUSE, mangakas work day and night to continue the chapters so they can be published every week. And as soon as they publish the books, there's also an online version because the manga's website pay also, and if they don't, they'll lose their readers. Oh, that's a bit harsh. Okay, there's also an online version, comma, because BECAUSE, the manga websites also pay, comma, and if they don't, they'll lose their readers, not loose their readers, LOSE. Loose with a double O, lose with a single O. So should they wait a year? No, it'll be too late. I'm not sure. I'll Google this. Okay, so should they wait a year? Question mark. No, capital N. It would be too late, full stop. I'm not, but I'm, or, comma, and then but. I'm not sure, capital I, comma, I'll, capital I, Google this, full stop. You'll know it soon enough, said Zeb. Chapters 699 and 700 will be the last of Naruto manga. I've already read chapter 699 and 700. As I said, I read it online in Manga Panda. Okay, capital I for I've already read chapters 699 and 700, full stop. Capital A, as I said, capital I, comma, I, capital I, read it online in Manga Panda, full stop. Back to your others' favourite manga then, what are they? Okay, back to your other favourite mangas then, what are they? One Piece, Baki Son of Oga, Hajime no Ippo and Bakuman. I have no idea if I've read that correctly. In this list, said Zeb, I know only One Piece. I like pirates. You like Luffy? Answered Zachariah. And your question mark again, straight after the Y. I read only a few One Piece, yes, but yes, I immediately had a soft spot for Luffy. So, I've only read a few, yes, I've only read a few One Piece articles or One Piece cartoons, or it's wrong, isn't it? Manga doesn't like to be called a cartoon. One Piece books, One Piece issues would be better. Okay, so I've only read a few One Piece issues, comma, but yes, I immediately had a soft spot for Luffy. Rajiv replied to Zachariah and said, that's great, I really want to see that video. So, Rajiv, that is short for that is. So, THAT''S, great, then comma, I really want to see that video, full stop. Zeb said, I'd be surprised if the link wasn't in the forum. Give me a sec. Yes, the video is there. It's one of the discussions and LEN and sessions activities. Lynn also added a link for extra reading about it. You might be interested. Zachariah said, thank you, Zeb, I am. So capital T for thank you, and capital X for Zeb, and then capital I for I, and then a full stop, which was perfect. Rajiv, here, and there's sent Rajiv a link to the video, but I'm not sure if Rajiv got it, Zachariah, because it's not Rajeb, it's Rajiv, R-A-J-E-V. Okay. So maybe there's a Rajev Shethra out there and wondering why you're sending him YouTube videos. And we had a tentative little hi, and I wouldn't normally read it out, but we got a conversation out of it. So Andrea said hi, and Zeb said, hi, Christmas is on its way. Do you like this time of the year? Neha replied to Zeb and said, yes, I've already bought Christmas cards. It remembers me of my school days. Okay, here's an important one, Neha. Listen up. It reminds me of my school days. And then Neha carried on, had lots and lots of fun there. What about you, Zeb? Do you celebrate Christmas? Zeb said, Christmas is when I spend time with my 3 brothers at the same time. It means lots of noise and mischief. I love it. Is Christmas a big festival in India? Yes, it is, said Neha, though Christmas is celebrated by other religions in India. Mainly Christians celebrate it as a big day. Okay, so your comma should come straight after the A in India. Okay, in France, the big day is Christmas Eve, said Zeb, December 24th. But in the UK and Australia, it's on the 25th. When is the big day in India? Neha said, Zeb, can you tell me how to participate in today's drama session in Second Life? Actually, I have Second Life account. I'm confused there. So actually, I have a Second Life account, so then a comma, but I'm confused there. It can be very confusing, Neha. I've just had a look at the calendar, Neha. The next drama session is on Monday. There don't seem to be any today. So there doesn't, DOESN', seem to be any today. Anyway, I think the best thing to do is to send a private message to Lynn on the forum with your SLID saying that you'd like to join the drama session group. Lynn will add you and probably offer a teleport in SL if you can't find the group after the session starts. Exactly. Okay, said Neha. So Neha, okay, capital O, capital K, or capital O-K-A-Y. In India, it's on the 25th, said Neha, which is the reply to the Christmas Day. You said earlier, said Zeb, that Christmas jogs your memory about your school years. What did you do? What did you during Christmas time at school? So, what did you do over Christmas at school? Neha said, how was your Christmas celebration at school? I wouldn't say how were your Christmas celebrations at school? I don't remember, said Zeb, any celebration at school, just the making of Christmas decorations. One I was very proud of is the snowman made with the pine cone. Oh, have you still got it, Zeb? Then Neha replied, in school morning we decorate Christmas tree with stars and other decorating items. After that we sing in group Christmas songs, jingle bells, then Santa will come, then we will cut cake and distribute. After that we will give cards to friends and teachers. Had lots of fun during that time. That's one thing I love about Christmas. Yeah, religion aside, I know it's all meant to be very religiously symbolic, but it's a celebration of a baby being born and giving to each other and celebrating food and wine and just being together with family and friends. I love it. So, at school, in the morning, we decorated the Christmas tree with stars and other decorating items or other decorations, okay? Full stop. After that, with a capital A, we sang in a group. We sang Christmas songs in a group, like Jingle Bells, etc. Full stop, then Santa would come. Then we would cut the cake and distribute pieces. After that, we gave cards to our friends and teachers. I had lots of fun during that time. Then Zeb said, in kindergarten and primary school, we used to make crafty things to put in the Christmas tree at home. Put on. We hang decorations on the tree. My mum kept them all. After all these years, the first thing my brothers and I do when we gather for Christmas is to make sure they are all in the tree. We even have to negotiate for the star at the top of the tree as there are doubles. Sounds silly, isn't it? No. So, sounds silly, doesn't it? It sounds silly, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. It sounds lovely. As long as you don't actually come to blows over Christmas. Andrea said, I'm a new friend. Don't forget your full stop, Andrea. And I said, hello, Andrea. Friendship is important. That was me being deliberately provocative and body. So, Alice, if you say, will you be my friend? I think she replies, friendship is important. Anyhow, another one that didn't get any replies to the original person but started a conversation. Mustafa said hello, so that's capital H, Mustafa, and a full stop. Hello, said Zeb. Call Me Ida said, hi Zeb, how are you? So, Zeb with a capital X, capital H for how are you, question mark. I wake up this morning with the thought that this year I'll not play the migrating bird. So I woke up this morning with the thought that this year I'll not be playing the migrating bird. Last year I flew to Australia for winter. It might not be relevant to you though. You have got fair weather all year round in Indonesia, haven't you? Call Me Ida said, we just have 2 seasons, wet and dry. And I'd just leave it at that, but you've put seasons with no need because you've got 2 seasons and then you're explaining which they are, wet and dry. Okay? Now is the wet season. You could say now is the wet season or now it is the wet season or now we are in the wet season. Your country have 4 seasons, summer, fall, winter and spring, haven't you? Okay. Your country, so you have 4 seasons, don't you? Your country has 4 seasons, doesn't it? Okay, so your country has 4 seasons. Summer, autumn, fall is American, which is fine, but I'm going to say autumn, A-U-T-U-M-N, it's more fun to spell. Winter and spring, doesn't it? Okay, question mark. What kind of season do you like? Or which season, because you're asking for a short sort through 4, so you can say which season do you like or which season do you prefer? Would you please correct if my sentences is wrong, Zeb? Well, there's no point because I'll correct them eventually anyway, although maybe for the next few weeks whilst I'm on holiday you could ask people to correct them in writing. So, could you correct my sentences if they are wrong, Zeb? Question mark. Call Me Ida then said... Let's see. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Okay. Autumn is my favourite. Autumn, fall, said Zeb, is my favourite, but I like them all except winter at times. I discovered that I like migrating to warmer climates in winter. I think I'd like to join you, Zeb. It's horrible here. As for some feedback, your country has got 4 seasons, hasn't it? But you could also say there are 4 seasons in your country, aren't there? Exactly. And Call Me Ida said, thanks for your correction, Zeb. I have to study hard to understand English, capital E for English. I hope you aren't bored to improve my English, capital E. Nice to know you. I hope you aren't bored improving my English, I would say. Be careful with my corrections, though, said Zeb. I usually add my own mistakes when I give feedback this way, the word-for-word style. No problem, said Ida. I'm sure you have good intentions to help the people learn English. Yes, exactly. Intentions, though. intentions. I'm sure you have good intentions to help people learn English, capital E, full stop. Okay, then let's see. Casanova came along. This one's funny. Casanova said, hello, capital H, Casanova. And hello, said lawyer. Capital H-E-L-L-O, lawyer, full stop. Hello, said Zeb. Are you such a charmer, Casanova? Casanova went, means. Okay, I wouldn't say means. That's short and not very good, conducive to a good conversation. What do you mean? If you don't understand somebody saying, could you explain? Or what do you mean? How are you? Asked Casanova. So capital H, then O-W, space A-R-E, space Y-O-U, question mark. Zeb said, fine. What about my question? Casanova was an Italian character who used to love charming people around him. You too? Yes, but I'm not that Casanova, said Casanova. So, capital Y, yes, comma, but I am, capital I-A-M, not N-O-T, that Casanova with a capital C, full stop. May I ask you what inspired you to take that pseudo? Asked Zeb. Hi, Zeb. Not to chat to you for a long time, said Guest. I can't say, said Zeb. You put your guest mask on. Yes. Careful sort of typing stuff and then removing your ID from it, because we don't know who you are then. Anyhow. Few highs and hellos. Let's skip those. Lawyer came along and said hi, capital H, lawyer. And Zeb said, hello, lawyer. Often when I read the word lawyer, I wonder if there's a difference between a solicitor and a lawyer, but I always leave the question pending. Quite right too. It doesn't really matter. I replied, lawyer is a kind of umbrella term. In the US, a lawyer is a general term for anyone licensed to practice law. In the UK, a solicitor could be called a lawyer, but not all lawyers are solicitors. Yeah, that's how confusing it gets. Even I don't fully understand which is what. I just know that the price goes up and down depending on whether you're a lawyer or a solicitor. A solicitor advises clients and represents them in civil and criminal courts. I should have put and represents them. I'll correct myself here. And also deal with business advice, wills, conveyancing and every area of law. It's handy to have a teacher around. Thanks, Lynn, said Zeb. I'm just going to go and correct that text now. I wrote it in a hurry on my tablet. That's my excuse. Anyhow, then Call Me Ida said, hello, how do you do? Call Me Ida, we've kind of already introduced ourselves. Don't forget, how do you do is the first time you ever meet somebody in a very formal situation. But anyway, so hello is how do you do? So you just say, how do you do, with a capital H and a question mark. I said, how do you do? Zeb said, how do you do? That's the right response, by the way, Zeb. Call Me Ida then said, teacher, I'm still having problem to find this room. So capital I, teacher, I'm still having problems finding this room, full stop. Which room? This room? I asked. Zeb said, what do you mean, Ida? It's just a web page that you access with an HTTP address. Maybe you should bookmark the address to be able to come back easily. Okay, or if you're having problems loading on your browser, sometimes that can happen, try a different browser, okay? Couple of highs, and Bella Alam said hi. So capital H, Bella, small I, full stop. Hello, Bella, said Ajar. Don't forget your full stop, Ajar. Hi, said Zeb. Are you two Bella and Alam? No, just one. Nice to meet you. So, no, just one, full stop. Nice to meet you, full stop. Just one, and you've a big smile like in your avatar, haven't you? Okay, just one, and this is where you've got a big smile, like in your avatar, don't you? Okay. Sorry, I'm the others, I have short hair. So, sorry, capital S, I'm, capital I, apostrophe M, the other one, full stop. I have, capital I, short hair, full stop. What other? Both people in your avatar are smiling, said Zeb. Yeah, I think so too. I suppose one is a broader smile than the other one, I guess. And there's no saying that the photograph is anything to do with the person who's posted it, remember? That's the joy of the internet. Okay, so Adrian said, hello all, hope you're fine. Okay, hope you're fine is Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, okay? With my English hat on, said Zeb, I'm fine, thank you. But if I put my French hat on, I'm all right, but a bit frustrated. The weather didn't allow me to go for a roller skating ride in Paris earlier this morning. Oh, never mind. But you were quite right. Your English head would say, I'm very well, thank you. Tickety-boo. Oopsie, said Zachariah. So if instead of oopsie, I'd just say oops. Capital O-O-P-S. And then an exclamation mark is fine. Oopsie, is it me falling? Said Zeb. Exactly. Zachariah said, Zeb, you had such a fun plan, but it didn't go as planned. Oopsie, maybe next week. Okay. You, capital Y-O-U, had such a fun plan, comma, but it didn't go as planned, full stop. Oops, capital O-O-P-S, comma, maybe next week. Maybe not, said Zeb. With the first signs of frost, I put back the roller skates in the cupboard. Okay, I put the roller skates back in the cupboard. I'll have to change my early morning routine and go back to running. Okay, for how long can you run? Okay, okay is capital O-K-A-Y, and then full stop. How long, capital H, can you, Y-O-U, run for, question mark. I usually go running 45 minutes to kickstart the day during the weekend, said Zeb. Do you run sometimes? Oh, war, I unfortunately don't. I wish I'll do it. I guess it's because I'm lazy and I want to gain some weight because I'm only about 63 kilo, but that's just an excuse. Running is good for health. Okay. Oh, wow, I think you meant to say, because I'm thinking 45 minutes of running, I can barely do 2 seconds. 45 seconds would kill me, I think. Oh, wow, capital O, and then W-O-W, full stop, or an exclamation mark. Then, unfortunately, capital U, I don't, capital I, full stop. I wish I could do it. I guess I don't because I'm lazy. And all these capital I, capital I, wish, I'll, capital I, I'll, and I'm, capital I, lazy. Comma, but I want, capital I, to gain some weight because, B-E-C-A-U-S-E, I'm, capital I, only about 63 kilograms. But that's just an excuse, comma. Running is good for your health. Zeb said, I believe you when you say that you are lazy because you always forget to capitalise your I. How much weight would you like to put on? Ha ha ha, you're helping Sensei to notice. Thanks. Don't worry, I always notice. Ha ha ha, capital H. You're, capital Y, helping Sensei to notice. Thanks. T-H-A-N-K-S, full stop. I mean, should I? Capital I, mean should I, capital I, question mark. I thought it's only in the beginning of a sentence or after. Capital I thought it's only at the beginning of a sentence or after a full stop. I want to add, capital I, or I want to gain, I would say here. I want to gain 7 kilograms, but pure muscle, of course. Muscle is, in that context, is uncountable. Yeah, he's all muscle. He's very muscly, he's got lots of muscles, okay, but sometimes in that in the context of what you're talking about, you just use the singular form, okay, but pure muscle, of course. Sensei says, note, when you're writing in English, I, first person singular, is always capitalised. Okay, arigato, I understand now, don't I? Whoa, Zachariah, you capitalised it, well done. Now all you've got to do is put the question mark straight after the last letter of your sentence, okay? No space in between. The space comes after the punctuation. To be confirmed in your future messages, said Zeb. You putting on weight and building muscles. I'd say building muscle. Okay, it's indeed sport that you need, not just eating more. Eating more will create love handles, but sport will shape you with muscles, and muscles weigh heavier than fat. Aha, that's very true. What sport would you pick up if you were not that lazy? Asked Seb. I like swimming a lot, said Zachariah. Basketball, and I'd like to do mountains climbing, but because of the short free time that I'm having each week, I do nothing. Maybe I'd buy some weights and do some home training. Okay, I like swimming a lot and playing basketball. And basketball just with a small b. It's not that important. Comma, and I'd like to do some mountain climbing. Okay. But because of the amount of free time that I have each week, I don't do anything. I don't know if it's possible to say I do nothing. Can you do nothing? You're always doing your breathing. There's enough time to do nothing when you're dead, okay? I don't do anything. And then full stop. Maybe, one word with a capital M, I'll buy some weights and do some home training. Yes, why not? Where is the fun exercising with dumbbells, asked Seb. I would find it like learning a language in books only. Okay, I would find it like learning a language through books only. Should I do the training while watching Gad al-Mala? That'll bring some joy. So, your question mark goes straight after the H in el-Mala, okay? And then capital T, new sentence. That will bring some joy. And then a full stop straight after the Y in joy. Laughing that much listening to Gad should reinforce your ab belt. Beside that, I fear the effect will be next to nil. Now, normally I'd look at the timestamp here and say I'll stop now because I think an hour is long enough, way too long really to listen. But this is going to be the last session, so I'll carry on till we finish the week. And it's up to you if you listen to it all at once, or you could just do it in little blocks, okay? So, Ajang said, how are you can chat me? Okay, I think you meant to say, Ajang, how are you? With a capital H and a question mark. Can you chat with me? Capital C and a question mark. Hello, Ajang. Sundays are a bit difficult, I said. Hello, Moo teacher. Good morning, said Ajang. Hello, capital H, my, M-Y, teacher. Then comma or a full stop and capital G, good morning, full stop. Hi Ajang, today Lynn will be around at 10:30 Berlin time to chat live here. Oh, that must have been by the Tuesday. So that's sort of like, that's how it can happen, sort of like one answer per day. Hi Ajang, hi Amir, said Seb. If you want your messages to appear immediately after clicking the post button, you need a Discuss account. Absolutely, yes. Ajar came along and said, hello everyone, how are you to all? There is start to fog in Delhi, India. It's a cold day. Wow, I like it. Okay. There is, with a capital T, there is fog in Delhi, comma, India, full stop. It's a cold day. Wow, capital W, I like it. And because you said wow, you could put an exclamation mark there, okay? Or the day has started foggy in Delhi, and then full stop, it's a cold day, blah, blah. It's funny, I said, but I don't associate fog with India. Hello, Ajar, said Seb. What do you call cold? What are the temperatures? In Paris, there is frost in the morning, which means temperatures below 0 degrees. Then we got a nice long one here from Neha. Neha said, hi, I took part in today's Skype reading session. It was simply superb. Enjoyed a lot. Okay, it was simply superb. I enjoyed it a lot. I have learned a couple of new words and their pronunciations. Okay, pronunciations. Get rid of that second O. I feel very happy when I learn new things. Zachariah said, glad for you. It was the same for me at first. I said, glad, capital G, for you, full stop. It was the same for me at first, full stop. I said, doesn't it make you happy anymore, Zachariah? And Zachariah went and said, no, with lots and lots of O's. No need to be so shocked. I mean, I wasn't sure, but I thought you might not have meant that. So capital N-O, full stop. I, capital I, meant the feeling was the same in my first time in here, and until now it went up. Okay, I meant the feeling I had was the same my first time here, comma, and up till now it's only gone up, full stop. You know, capital Y, I've just came from a class, and when I was there, I was saying to myself, since I told us this morning to practice reading more so we can get the same level as her, and then I said to myself, potassium challenge accepted. How can I not be happy anymore, Sensei? It's just a misunderstanding here. Okay, that's fine, don't worry. So, as I say, okay, you know, capital Y, comma, I've, okay, capital I, just come back from class, and while I was there, I was saying to myself, since I told us this morning to practice reading more so we can get the same level, so we can reach the same level as her, comma, and then I, capital I, said to myself, potassium. And that means, of course, okay, everybody knows that now, don't they? Challenge accepted, full stop. Then capital H, how can I not be happy anymore, Sensei? Question mark. It's, capital I, just a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding is one word, misunderstanding. Misunderstanding would be somebody called misunderstanding. Okay. Phew, I said, be careful of using it first. It implies things are no longer that way. You start with no, which I think means no, it doesn't make me any more happy. Okay. No, it doesn't make me happy anymore, said Zeb. But the rest of your text seems to say the opposite. I think I would have started with, yes, it still does. In the Japanese ninja culture, Naruto, you have to aim to surpass Sensei, but by developing your own style once you master the basic techniques. Absolutely. I love it when people are better than me at writing and speaking. Zeb is actually better than me at speaking and holding conversations with people. I'm in awe. It's her superpower, you know. Anyhow, Zechariah said, nope, nope, N-O-P-E, or just no, okay? It's kind of logical, isn't, okay, and then you need isn't it. It is, isn't it? It does, doesn't it? They do, don't they, okay? Negative of negative is positive. So, negative, the negative of a negative is positive, comma. No, doesn't it anymore? It does always. Haha, I'm making up things. That's fine. The thing is, making up things in English means you're thinking about English, which is great. Okay, so capital I for I'm. Okay, and making things up rather than making up things, making things up. Full stop. Yes, comma. If my sentence was right, there shouldn't be any ambiguity at all. And ambiguity in this context ends with a Y, not with an E and an accent. We don't use accents in English unless it's a Frenchy word like café. Yes, I'll try, capital I, to surpass her. Full stop. Neha said yes. And then Zev said, excellent. Did you keep going with the drama session in SL? I couldn't, replied Neha. I signed into SL account that time, but I was unable to understand the things over there. I mean, I was confused. Okay, so I signed into my SL account at the right time, comma, but I was unable to understand how things worked. I mean, I was confused. I wrote, any problems or questions, ask on the forum, Neha. I know it can be a bit overwhelming to start with, but as long as your computer and connection are up to it, it's worth the steep learning curve. And it gives you something to talk about as well. Okay, said Neha. So, we had a few highs and hellos, and let's see, quite a long one here. Ali Reza came along and said hi. So that's capital H, small I, full stop. Hi, said Zeb, just like Zeb wrote it. Have you played Clash of Clans? Asked Ali Reza. So, have, capital H, you ever played, P-L-A-Y-E-D, Clash of Clans, capital C, for Clash and Clans, because it's the name of a game. I've seen it on TV, I replied. They have a very impressive advert. Then comes the disclaimer, this is not game footage. A bit naughty, I think. I've never heard of it, said Zeb. What kind of video game is it? This game is online, said Ali. So capital T, and then full stop at the end. No, it's a strategy game. So, no, capital N, comma, it's, I-T apostrophe S, a strategy, and that ends with a Y, not an I, game, full stop. Can you play with other players at the same time? Asked Zeb. I like games when it's not just you and the AI. And then Ali Reza said, it is a game that only available on Android and iOS. So, capital I, it's only available on Android, capital A, and iOS, full stop. What kind of game? A kill them all? And then I think that's where Ali Reza replied, no, it's a strategy game. Okay, then we had a couple of okays and how are yous. Zeb said, fine, I'm getting myself ready for work. What about you? And I said, I think that's an oxymoron, getting ready for work. Ali Reza then said hi again, and again, capital H, small I, full stop, and Zeb quite rightly said, you've already said that. Ali Reza said, where are you from? So capital W and a question mark at the end of every question, Ali Reza. Normandy, said Zeb. Sentence, said Ali Reza. Sorry, I can't understand the meaning of your sentencing. Okay, sorry, capital S, comma, I, capital I, can't, C-A-N apostrophe T, understand the meaning of your sentence. How old are you? Asked Ali Reza. Capital H, question mark. Zeb, the Red Dwarf, said Zeb, was born in 2007, so I'm 7 3/4 years old. Can you tell me about yourself? Asked Ali. So capital C, and yourself is one word and a question mark. Sure, said Zeb. My avatar is a bit small, but I'm a little red dwarf who inhabits the internet. Oh, sorry, said Sally Razor. Oh dear, there you go. A little bit surreal, but again, careful of the sort of ASL, how old are you, where do you live, too deep. Start talking initially about your English learning experiences with people. It's a neutral subject, or the weather, topics of conversation that are appropriate for an internet where you really don't know who you're talking to, okay? And don't forget that, you never know who you're talking to. Afnan came along and said, here, I'm new here, I want to improve my English skills. So, capital H for hi, comma, I, capital I, I'm new here, full stop. I, capital I, want to, W-A-N-T, space T-O, improve my English skills, full stop. And I asked Afnan, what do you do to improve your English at the moment? Improve your English. And to be honest, everybody, it's a bit of a given that you want to improve your English. So to make yourselves more interesting, rather than saying, I want to improve my English, say, I do this and that, it's not working for me. Have you got any other tips for me how to improve my English? Take it a little bit beyond the, I want to improve my English obviousness, okay? And Afnan said, actually, I watch some movies and visit some website for learning English. I love your website and I hope to improve myself within your website. But I didn't know how I start. I send to you private message to add me on Skype because I want to join group. Can you help me because the English language has become a hindrance in my life? Oh, okay. Actually, capital A. I watch movies, capital I, and visit websites for learning English, full stop. I, capital I, love your website, comma, and I hope, capital I, to improve my English here. Okay, I don't know if I can improve you, and myself is one word, okay, but I hope to improve my English here. But I don't, D-O-N apostrophe T, know, K-N-O-W, how. Or how to start, I'd say, full stop. I have sent you a private message to add me on Skype, comma, because I, capital I, want to join the group, full stop. Can, capital C, you help me, comma, because the English language has become a hindrance in my life, full stop. Okay, so I replied with my usual sort of aplomb. Okay. For Skype, we have a few rules. You have to be a member of the forum and then send me, Lynn Hand, a private message in the forum with your Skype ID. Here are a couple of videos that might help you. And there are two videos, one that's how to join the forum and the other one, how to join us in Skype. You need both to join us in Skype. I don't take any requests other than in the forum, and there's a reason for that. You have to join the forum, we can check you're not a bot or a spammer, and then we can sort of communicate using the forum, which is slightly different to using Facebook, Google+, etc. It's all contained within that area. It's going to be even more so by next year, by the way. So keep an eye open for changes to the how to join us in Skype. Afnan said, I do that, I join to forum and I send you to you message o reader. Okay. I'll, capital I, apostrophe L, do that, full stop. I will join the forum and send you a message, full stop. That's the way to do it, I said. Or, that's the way to do it. I will be on Skype for our weekly I will be on Skype for our weekly text chat room in about 10 minutes. So if you're quick, I'll see you there. Yep, I will be there. But you didn't add me on Skype. So, yes, capital Y-E-S, comma, I, capital I, will be there, full stop. But you didn't, D-I-D-N apostrophe T, add me on Skype with a capital S, full stop. I thought you were in the room, I replied. In fact, I think you were. Then Ali Reza came along and said, is anyone here? That would be with a capital I and then a question mark at the end, Ali. I said, hi, Ali Reza, I am now. Hi, your teacher, said Ali Reza. Do you really my teacher? Do you mean, are you really my teacher? So capital H for hi, and then a full stop after teacher, and then R, A-R-E, are you really, comma, my teacher, question mark. Hi, Ali Reza, said Zeb. If you have a look at the calendar, it will tell you when and where you can interact with Lynn. Exactly. And not just with me, but with all the other people who are waiting to help you once we're back from Christmas. Then we come to the end of our live chat with our lovely mics cheerful "Hello world." "Hi Mike," I said. And Mike said, "I have a question about this sentence. I suggested sharing the cost, but he wasn't having any of it. I think wasn't having any of it means not interested at all. Could you give me more examples with isn't having any of it?" Which is a great challenge for me. And I said, "You're 100% correct. In your example, he insisted on paying. What a gentleman." Here you go. And I gave some examples from the internet. "The midfielder was clearly unimpressed at being assigned a mascot nearly as tall as himself and was having none of it, making sure he stood well to the side, not be obscured by the tall youngster." And another one, "In this video, someone wanted to make a yoga video, but the cat wasn't having any of it." Have a look at the video, it's hilarious. Then Mike said, "The next question about this sentence, that song just does things to me. This makes a powerful emotional effect on me. Can I use it negatively? That song doesn't do things to me." I said, "I would say it doesn't do anything for me." And yeah, Mushtaba came along and said, "Hello Mike, this is Mushtaba. I would like to have you in my friends list in Facebook. Would you like to have me as a friend?" Okay, again, rather than say, "I want to be your bestie," maybe have a conversation or two first. Don't forget, Facebook is with a capital F. It's the name of their sort of company, okay? Anyhow, Mike said, "Oh, I see. Thanks again." Oh, yeah, he did say thanks the first time. It just goes out of sync a bit on discuss. And then I added, "You can also say it leaves me cold." "Oh, I see. Thank you," said Mike. And then I replied, "My favourite is the cat video." It really is. It had me in stitches. Okay, then Mike said, "The next question is about this sentence. Pensions should be increased annually in line with earrings or prices, whichever is the higher. How can I express this thought negatively? Pensions shouldn't be behind earrings or prizes, or what?" Okay, so I put maybe pensions shouldn't fall behind earnings or the cost of living index, whichever is the highest. Okay, earnings, not earrings, okay? Usually the cost of living index is used for measuring such things as prices would be difficult to measure. The price of a Rolex? "I see, thanks again," said Mike. "Yes, cost of living index would be the most appropriate here." I'd say here, yes, the cost of living index would be the most appropriate thing to use here. And I wrote, "The good news is Christmas dinner will be cheaper this year." And Howard went, "Ooh, it will be a wonderfully Christmas with a cheaper dinner. I like it." Exactly how it's good news, isn't it? So rather than, I suppose ooh's okay, but not so many O's. It's capital O, O-H, ooh, or O, capital O-H. And then it will be a wonderful Christmas, okay? It, capital I, will, W-I-L-L, be a wonderful, W-O-N-D-E-R-F-U-L, Christmas with a capital C and one S at the end, believe it or not, comma, with a cheaper dinner. Full stop. I, capital I, like it. Full stop. And Mike said, "Thanks a lot." You are more than welcome, Mike. Okay, and then I wrote 2014 1209 LEN-Live-Chat. Mushtaba came along and said, "My dear tutor, I am waiting for your response up there and you are not answering." I was online for half an hour, as you can see by Mike's responses, but then I'm on Skype. So don't confuse the platforms that we use for different things, okay? When it says LEN-Live-Chat discuss, that's the half hour I'm on Tuesdays, and then after that I have a little break and then I pop over to Skype and we do another live chat. So I was probably in there, and I tend not to run too many things open at once because my poor little computer overheats. Okay, so I replied, I was online, see Mike's posts. Don't forget, you need a discuss account to avoid going into the moderation queue. That might also be what happened. And don't forget that the LEN-Live-Chat is partly about me chatting with you, but it's mostly about you chatting with each other and then getting these corrections, okay? So don't be too upset or annoyed if I don't reply straight away. I'll probably get round to you at some point. But anyway, that was the last LEN-Live-Chat recording for this year, for 2014. So I hope I will see you back in 2015. Don't forget, in the meantime, I won't be recording a whole great big load at the beginning of the year. It would drive me nuts, and you probably as well, but from the first LEN-Live-Chat I will record the responses after that, okay? So I do look forward to seeing you in 2015. I hope you have a wonderful break and a nice holiday practicing everything you've learnt this year, I hope. And yeah, just as a little prezi for you all, I would stop listening now if you are of a sensitive disposition. And I'll just wish you a happy Christmas or happy holidays or happy break. And then if you want to listen, give it about 2 seconds and I'll sing to you. Still there? Oh, you are gluttons for punishment. So, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Glad tidings we bring to you and your kin. Glad tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Have a lovely break and I'll see you in 2015. Bye!